Hello, my name is Tawana Brown, and thank you again for joining us for our webinar Wednesday. We are excited to have this series about career action planning for your student. Today, we have Susan from the Career Center who is going to talk about career planning for your fourth year student. Susan, I'll turn it over to you.
Great, thank you. Hi, my name is Susan Coles. I'm the Director of Career Management for our satellite office in the Culverhouse College of Business. Just a little bit about the Career Center. We have our main Career Center that's housed in the Student Center, and then we have 3 satellite offices. One where I am in the College of Business. We have another one in the College of Communication and Information Sciences, and another one in the College of Engineering. And you know, I think the great thing about the way our offices are centralized but decentralized is if students are double majoring, they're changing majors, they want to talk to somebody about possibly changing majors, we're one office, so it's very easy to refer them, to make an appointment, to get them connected with the right person, and which is ultimately our goal, is we want, to provide the best services that we can for our students. So there's, we're willing and able to really do whatever we need to do to help them out. So, but let's get started in our career action plan for the 4th year, and how exciting. Students are about ready to graduate. This is such a fun year, and just working on campus with seniors, just seeing how excited they are about, what their next chapter is going to be, is just really an exciting time. So to get started, again, like we've said, if you've seen any of the previous webinars, go back and look and see possibly what we talked about for juniors, which is making sure, that they are really settled in on their major, that they know kind of what they need to do to finish that in order to get their degree, continuously becoming involved, or getting leadership positions even within the organizations that they're already members of. Again, it's really helpful to meet with somebody in our office, a career consultant, career advisor, to really go over their resume and cover letters. Not all employers look for cover letters, but it is good for them to understand what they are in case an employer does. And the resume, it's, especially if they've got 4 years of experience, that typically our employers want on one page. And so really helping them organize and prioritize the relevant information that they want to put on is sometimes can, be like a puzzle trying to get it all fit together. And so they're welcome to meet with us to help them kind of figure that out. We can also talk to them about job search strategies and really beginning to apply to those jobs, where they can do that, as well as talk about if they're really leaning more towards graduate or professional schools. What we will oftentimes tell students or advise students is to really think about, maybe not think total, I'm just going to go look for a job, or I'm just going to grad school, unless they absolutely know that the job, or grad school is for them. If they're really kind of unsure, we recommend do the searches at the same time. And, that way it's not all the eggs in one basket. They can do their job search. If that job offer comes that is just, exactly what they're looking for, then that's great. If they start looking at grad schools and thinking that maybe that's an option for them to continue, then, then they can go that route. But it's really, something to think about, to possibly just keep those both in their mind, if both could be an option for them after they graduate. There's also, the job search strategies that we will, recommend to them include a handshake, which we've mentioned numerous times, the on-campus recruiting system for the University of Alabama. LinkedIn is another great place that they can connect with alumni. Companies have their job boards there. More and more, I'm hearing students that come into our office, the employers are reaching out through LinkedIn to the students And so they, they'll come in and say that they've been asked to come in for an interview. And so LinkedIn really has become more and more of a great place for students. So again, making sure that their LinkedIn is as detailed as possible, up to date, matches their resume, will really give them a great opportunity to connect with employers. We also have networking events, and so within the Career Center. So those could be things that could be college specific, it could be industry specific. And so just checking, all of those are posted on Handshake under the events tab, and students are welcome to look at those and see what may be of interest for them to attend. Students also have their networks, and I think sometimes they forget about that, but who they've met in college, friends, family members, people that can kind of help them understand how the industry, recruits, what kind of opportunities are there. Just anybody within their network is a great resource. And of course, we've got the career fairs. I've mentioned the general interest in business career fair in September and February, and the technical and engineering, which are in the same months. But we also have an education career fair. It's actually interviews the day that the school systems come. And so that's one. We've had a communications career fair. We've had a healthcare, just, some more specific ones that, really could apply to your student. And so not just our major career fairs we offer, but also look into college specific ones, because those are offered as well. And then just start applying to those jobs, looking into applying to the graduate schools, and then just making sure that they really target their resume and their job search. We always say it's really quality over quantity. So don't, necessarily apply to 50 jobs that, each week that you may or may not be interested in, may not have all the qualifications. That tends to, overwhelm students and may not have the results that they're looking for, as opposed to really targeting it, focusing in on what they want to do, what's important to them, what their passions are, where they want to live, any of those ways to narrow down the opportunities, and then target that resume. We tell them every resume should be different for each job that they apply for. And that takes time. And so really understanding that if they do that, in our experience, that produces results, faster than just spreading a wide net and really not tailoring to the career that they want to end up in. One of the things that we do offer that students really do take advantage of, which is great for us, is scheduling a practice interview, a mock interview. We have those virtual. They can get on Zoom or Teams, whatever the platform that they have, and we can do a virtual mock interview with them. We do them in person. And we can also, if it happens to be phone, we can do a phone interview. And those are all conducted by Career Center staff across all of our offices. Another technology that we offer is VMock, and that is fairly new. We got it last year. It's really an artificial intelligence kind of platform that has two components. One is a resume builder. So students can upload their resume into VMock. It will search the content, it will search the formatting, help students, improve their bullets to make them strong, quantifiable, showing results. It will just really help to improve the overall information, so that it's really a strong resume and represents their skills and qualifications. So that's available to any student on campus. But it also has a video feature, and that they can choose interview questions to to answer. Again, that is all kinds of questions, so it doesn't matter what college. They're all, available. And those are really helpful, I think, for students, especially if they haven't done a virtual interview before. They can practice, see what they look like, record it, see what they look like, see things that they may need to improve on. And so we're really excited to have that. The one question that VMOC does really critique them more than just them question and answer is the tell me about yourself. And so when students record that, it will actually score them on what their facial expressions are, if they used any filler words, their inflection, if they're focused on the camera, their if their kind of hands, what if that's distracting or not. And it's really is very similar to what a lot of employers are using to really do first round interviews. So many of them now are virtual, especially if they are across the country and are not, going to fly into Tuscaloosa to do first round interviews, or they didn't come to the career fair. They will schedule these virtual interviews, and it's very similar to what VMOC does. So that is a great opportunity for them to get practice at their virtual interviews. We also ask them to really start identifying the recruiting opportunities both on campus and off. We have on-campus interviews, which is where employers will come to campus, reserve interview rooms. They've got a job or an internship posted in Handshake. Students will go in by the deadline, they apply. Employers will then select who they want to interview. They will come to campus, notify the students, and then the students will sign up for a time slot. They'll come to the student center, to our main office, have their interviews in person. And then, after that, it's kind of left up to the student and the employer if they don't choose to do second round interviews in our office. But that's really beneficial for students because they, don't have to take the time out to miss class, to travel to an employer's site. And, if some employers, if they've asked them to drive, it, cuts down on expenses, and it's just really a convenient way for students to interview. But again, there's opportunities outside of the university. And so really making them aware of just all the places that they can go and look for job opportunities. The other thing is if they are interviewing and say it's a virtual or even a phone interview, our offices have interview space that students can schedule through Handshake to reserve. So if they are in a dorm or maybe an apartment where there's a lot going on, or it's not maybe a professional background, and they just need someplace that's quiet and where they can focus on that interview, they are welcome to call, stop by, or schedule through Handshake, and we can reserve a room for them to conduct those interviews. It's also really important for them to talk to a career advisor within their college or their major about when the recruiting season is, because different industries recruit at different times. So we really try to make students aware of when that is, so they don't miss miss that recruiting season. So some companies will recruit in the fall for the following summer start date, whether it be an internship or a full-time position. Others will recruit in the spring. So spring 2023 for a start date of May of the same year, whether it be internship or full-time. And then we have others like accounting that will recruit a year in advance. So they have internships in the spring, they'll recruit the spring prior. And it could be even earlier than that, depending on the state that they're wanting to intern in. And that could be very true across all colleges. So just to make sure to check that they know when the recruiting season ends so they don't miss it. They, again, want to continue building their contacts. As I've mentioned in the past, your resume, that's really, other than the first part that's got your academics, everything else that really differentiates students from somebody else is their experience. So constantly, either continuing and getting more involved in organizations they're already a member of, or branching out and, looking to see if there's volunteer opportunities that they could gain additional experiences in. Just constantly, really being aware of what's out there so that if they find something that they're interested in, they're able to join that and gain experience, again, increase their network. And that, in the end is really going to help their job and internship search. The opportunities that they can do these things, we have, again, events scheduled throughout the year. So being able to network, not just with employers that we bring on campus, but with other students. When we have events, I see students talking to other students about, maybe a previous job or internship they've had or what their major is. And so a lot of networking just between students is really valuable in these events. But their individual colleges have opportunities to engage. The Division of Student Life does, and then within their student organizations. So a lot of different opportunities for them to network and build their network and be involved on campus. Finally, the one thing we ask students the year that they're graduating is to let us know where they're going, what they're doing. We ask for salary information, pretty specific to the career that they have chosen. It's obviously all confidential, but knowing this information really helps the accreditation process, UAs, but also oftentimes colleges accreditation is an important part of it. So just, overall, really helping the university, but also helping other students. We have students come in for student appointments. They are curious about what are the top companies that will recruit for my major or my college. Where are students going? What states are they going to? And even salary information. So finding out what the average salary is something that oftentimes students just kind of want to know. And so this is the results of our 2021 spring first destination survey that we sent to students. And here you can, this is for campus-wide, graduate and undergraduate, but here you can see that we had a 91% positive income, meaning that students were either they were working, they were continuing their education, they were volunteering, or they were going into the military. And then the other percentage were either not seeking or still seeking after 6 months. The knowledge rate simply means 74% of that graduating class, we know what they're doing. So we have, found out whether they were doing any of those things that I just mentioned. So that 91% is of the 74% that we know where they are and what they're doing. This is on our website, the Career Center website. And that's available for you. You can, use all kinds of filters to find out your specific college, maybe the employment where students are going. You just want to find out undergrad or graduate. So any of that is available to you, and that's on our website. The only thing that these don't include are the law school outcomes and the Manderson Graduate School of Business. But all the other graduate programs are included in this survey. So just, something that we really encourage students to do. It really helps their degree, the value of their degree, and the value of the university through accreditation. And so we really stress and hope that students will fill that out in the end. So that is the fourth year. And, again, even after they have graduated, I always like to mention that alumni still have access to our services. So maybe they have not found their job, or they're still, trying to, decide between job offers. We are available to alumni, not just, within the last year or two that they've graduated, but if a student's in thinking about a career change, they've been out 5, 10 years, whatever it is, they are welcome to contact our office, and we are more than happy to help alumni, continue in their job search, or possibly where they decided they want to go to grad school. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Susan. If you have other students, or you think that this presentation could be beneficial to some of your friends or family members, please share. We have done year 1, 2, and 3, and so this is year 4. So please feel free to go back and watch the other ones. There are still beneficial things in there as well. And we thank you so much for joining us. Please continue to look out for more of our webinars in the coming months. Roll Tide and have a great day.